Hey, what's up, lawn care nuts? Thanks for coming back for yet another week. So what I wanted to do is go ahead and do a full kind of update video right now, just to get you guys up into the loop and get you up to speed and let you know what's been going on and what's gonna be going on. So I know that a lot of you guys, you hate the winters where you live and the winters like totally depress you, but you know what? I feel your pain, but in a different way this year. For me, the pain isn't because I had to go through a really bad winter. It's actually for another reason, another season of drought. Can you imagine how it feels to be a lawn care nut and have to mow this every single week? I can't think of anything more torturous than that, having to deal with this. But the good news is I'm getting started now. It's pretty much spring here and I'm able to start my tasks to go ahead and rehab this other half of my lawn. So you saw last week that I went ahead and I got trees cut down here that were causing too much shade, and then I also went ahead and got the stumps ground out. So I'm pretty much good there. I've just got a couple scrub bushes now that I have to remove, and then I'm ready for the next step. One other thing that's come up is I wanted to go ahead and do plugs over here on this half of the lawn with St. Augustine, but we're actually having trouble finding plugs anywhere near here. I guess they just don't sell them. I don't know if it's because they can't make money on them, or my thought is maybe that the growers stopped selling them because the success rate with plugs, not the grower's fault, but the success rate with plugs is probably pretty low here, and they just get tired of getting blamed, so they just don't even sell plugs anymore. They just sell sod. So I may actually have to end up sodding this. You guys let me know what you think. I mean, I got to do what's right for the area. I'm also going to go ahead and just split test the cost, look at it with labor plus materials, what the difference would be with sod and plugs. And then there's, yeah, this other side over here. I know, you guys thought I forgot about it. Well, actually, I was just hiding it from you. I have no idea what's happened over here. I mean, I really am overly busy. And then there's the fact that I'm just really busy here. Seriously though, there's just so much waterfront here. I'm always so busy. I mean, I just work all day out here with all the birds. I work a lot, I'm busy. And since I'm so busy working all the time, I figured I'd take some time out today and go ahead and give you an update. So I've got some pretty decent growth still going in here, but a lot of this just died out. All in here, this just seems to have died out. Look at all that, it just died out. I don't know what got me, and then I got obviously some weeds coming in there. And then the sea grape right here is just growing crazy, causing too much shade again. This is just a total disaster, but I'm still gonna mess with it. In fact, I'm still gonna kill it. We're gonna do a complete lawn rehab here on this using what we've got. And I've got some seed left over from last year, which should be enough. So we got this to contend with this year too. And then I also started a new job, which means I've got to kind of work a little bit more and push a little bit more of the inventory of my time that way, you know, just to make sure that I get things off the road right there. So that's kind of taking a little bit of my video time away on the weekends. Seriously, if you followed me on Snapchat, you'd know just how busy I am. Why don't you find me there? Alan Hane, A-L-L-Y-N-H-A-N-E. All right, and then I want to go ahead and address the biggest question that I'm getting from you guys this year, and it's mostly from those of you up north and in the Midwest and out east. When can I start fertilizing? You guys have had a few days of warm temperatures and you think, man, it's time that I want to get out. And I'm glad that you are fired up and that you do want to get out, because it means you care. It means you're a really solid lawn care nut. But I got to tell you, you can't start yet. Never fertilize on ground that is still frozen. You never want to do that. So even though you've got 60, even 70-degree temperatures in the air today, and even for a few days, it doesn't mean that your soil is going to be thawed. It'll take several days at those temperatures for that to reach soil depths of at least 3 to 5 inches. So a key is, I know it's warm out, get out and clean up. You can maybe do a little light raking as long as the lawn itself is not still frozen, but definitely don't put down any fertilizer. But this is also a time to start just looking at areas, just using your eye and understanding what you can see and maybe what kind of challenges you're going to have this year, what challenges did you have last year, can you focus on those areas early. Use this time to do that, to kind of set your mind's eye for the season and the way the lawn started. Now, another piece of really cool news has to be with some potential partnerships, sponsorships that have kind of started to materialize here just in the last couple days. The Husqvarna company, or well, their PR firm, but it's still Husqvarna, they reached out and they've got a pretty cool product that's getting ready to get introduced here in the US, and they wanted to see if I could come up with some ideas or ways that we could kind of get some attention to it. I'm really looking forward to that. It's something different than what I've ever done, and it's not something that's going to be used for my lawn, but someone else's. And then those of you that have been around for a while, you guys know that I really like Toro, right? It's been the lawnmower that I've had. And before that, for those of you that have been around a really long time, I had a Lawn Boy mower, which is also an awesome mower. Well, just in the last couple days, I've actually talked to both Toro and Lawn Boy, same company, but you know, kind of different divisions and brands. And I've definitely got a lawnmower review I'll be doing on a Lawn Boy here in the next several weeks. And then I've also spoken to Toro and thrown some ideas at them, and I'm really hoping something will come together there. So the full lawn rehab on both sides of the lawn is gonna start next week. All right, and now I had promised you guys I would use the CS-490 that I used last week on last videos, that I'd run it through the stumps for you to show you some real challenges. And so that's what all the next footage is. I shot this last weekend. This is me using the CS-490 to take out the stumps. I got some decent camera angles, and then also I got my stumps ground. So that'll kind of bring you up to date where I'm at on that side of the lawn, as well as let those of you still trapped inside just for the last bit of winter get a little exposure to some power tools. Hey, what's up guys? So quick question, if Echo sent you a chainsaw, would you just do one review with it, or would you do as many as you can? Well, if you're me and you're nutty, you're gonna do as many as you can. And I figured let's give this thing a real test today. In my last video, which I'll link below, I kind of showed you me using it cutting down these scrub trees here in my front lawn. But now let's give it a real test, and let's put it up against the stumps. So here's what we've got. So we've got a stump there. I think that's gonna be the toughest one. And then we've got a couple over here. This one is just all kinds of weird. This one definitely has good access. If you look at it from here, I can get pretty good access down underneath there. This is the one we're gonna start with. It's also got good access. See, between down in here and this area here. And then something my friend Steve Sharon suggested is, this kind of is a similar shape to our LCN logo, so I'm gonna actually try to take a few slices of that and maybe burn the LCN logo into it and see if we can do a giveaway just for fun. So there we go, that's our challenge today. I'm gonna try to set up an overhead camera rig or something a little bit cool to get some cool angles. I've also got a really old camera that I'm gonna stick right into the line of fire, and if we sacrifice the camera we do, but hopefully get some good angles. So with that, let's have a little fun. All right, so that's pretty much all I've got of that stump cutting. I did end up losing one camera, it shut off, another one was having trouble. I'm sure it's from all the sawdust in there, but really all of them came out about the same way there. You can see that the CS-490 did a really good job getting through those stumps. So this year's kind of full lawn rehab or startup of the lawn kind of care stuff for the year this year is starting next weekend with videos soon to follow. Okay guys, I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the lawn. Some of you might be asking, Alan, why did you take a new job? Well, so I could smoke better cigars.